Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. In the last episode we did Murky Cave and finished up the whole Gengar plotline. In this episode I noticed literally at the end of the last episode that we hadn't recruited Suicune yet, so we're gonna do that. You mean to challenge me? I find little satisfaction in fighting. However, if you refuse my demands that you leave, I will accept your challenge. Experience it. My true power. Unleashed. And then we do the exact same boss fight that we did before. I don't know what, okay. Here, do I have like a Pounce Orb or something? It's like, at this point, this is kind of just a joke for us, you know? This is not going to be nearly as hard as it probably would have been in the past. I don't have any wands. In that case, I'll give an Empowerment Seed to... myself. Although it'll take me a few turns to get up there. I don't want Suicune hurting Aggron quite a bit with its Rock-type weakness. Also, thanks for that. I guess that'll help out Swampert. So Ice Fang, like, look at that. Look at that, 40 damage on a non-awakened Pokemon. Swampert using Struggle. Alright. Also, I do have quite a few interesting recruits here. Okay, maybe I'm gonna heal Swampert. Crobat, Delcatty, Wartortle, and Azumarill are all really cool recruits. Here I'm gonna... Well, you know what? First, let's unlock Swampert's moves. Obviously, it'll be Hydro Pump since we're in the rain. Let's see. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna use Persian. Hopefully, Aggron walks forward. And you know what? Someone else will probably heal Swampert. Plus Torrent Boost. So, you know what? Who cares? Yeah, see? Crobat's got it covered. And now we should be able to absolutely demolish. And we missed twice with Hydro Pump. Okay. Oh, watch this. Oof. Big damage. And now to knock it out in one hit. There's the Bubble Beam. Suicune's not the heaviest Pokemon, so take this. Ooh. Ooh. You hate to see it. Absolutely nutty damage. Of course, Furious Swipe's hitting 5 times will outdo it, so whatever. And there you have it. That is the last of the beasts recruited. I completely forgot that we didn't do Suicune. That is completely on me. Because we did Entei and Raikou like so long ago. I want to say Raikou was like before Wish Cave at least. Anyway, we have something special in store for this episode. We have a ton of dungeons that aren't particularly important or interesting that we need to go through just because I want to show off all the content in the game. Some of these are like 10 to 20 floor dungeons. Others are 75 floor dungeons. I'm not gonna go all the way through them because there's hardly really much of a reason to. Most of them give you a few TMs, a few treasure boxes, maybe some evolution stones. That's about it for the rewards. The main rewards are supposed to be like the Pokemon that you're able to recruit. There's new strong foes, which means new shiny Pokemon. There's actually one that I'm going to be shooting for in this episode because I really, really want it. And yeah. The Pokemon are more the reward, more so than the items, because obviously at this point, like some of these we unlocked from doing Meteor Cave. You don't need items after Meteor Cave, so yeah. Also, wow, that was a lot of recruits. I gotta be getting pretty dang close to having. Oh, hold on. That's a good amount. I think we actually might get to the next rank here. I wasn't expecting it. It's gonna be close, depending on the points that we get from this next mission. I think we're going to be literally just shy. Nope, 305 is gonna do it. That's so cool. That's so convenient. Look at that. And we get to diamond rank. As I remember, you don't really get much for this. Camp capacity goes up, job limit goes up. I should mention, camp capacity and job limit will go up every single time. Toolbox size is not gonna go up until the very last rank. So your main rewards here are like the power drinks, which are actually really good, and I'm gonna use those. And we got the Weavile statue. I forgot we got this one. The statue of Weavile will be erected near the bulletin board. Go see it tomorrow. Who knows, maybe Weavile will get attracted by the statue and show up in a dungeon. And then a fat 10 to end that off. All right, so the first place we're going to be exploring is Wyvern Hill. This is, as you can imagine, a dragon type dungeon. A wyvern is so imagine a dragon. Actually, I feel like this might actually need to be clarified a bit. So a dragon has wings and arms. A wyvern has arms as wings, like connected. Think of Wyvern. Wyvern has arms, basically its arm and its wing are the same thing. Thus, it is named Wyvern because it's a wyvern, which is not in this game, but I'll probably show a picture just for reference. That's the difference. Kind of off topic, but yeah. So this is Wyvern Hill. It's a dungeon for dragon types. That's about it. You unlock this pretty much right after you beat the game, I believe. I don't think it's tied to a friend area. I think you beat the game and you unlock Wyvern Hill. I'm gonna have bag-ons on bag-ons on bag-ons. You know what? Sure. Just for the purpose of recruiting them. The strong foe in this dungeon is, I want to say, one of like the 3 or 4 Pokemon that show up that aren't a dragon type, which really sucks because it would have been really cool if the strong foe was like, I don't know, what's a really good like shiny dragon? I mean, first of all, Rayquaza. I mean, I think it would have just been cool if it was Bagon, huh? Or like Salamence or something. Flygon maybe. Flygon's shiny isn't great, I'll be honest. I think Salamence's would be the most interesting. Dragonites is kind of cool, but whatever. Anyway, the actual strong foe is Execute, which is really neat because you can get a like golden autumnal Exeggutor out of it. Oh my god, this is gonna get annoying. I'm not holding the friend bow. I'm just getting these. Anyway, that's about it. You can find a fainted Togetic if you look around long enough, so that's a pretty dang rare Pokemon. Other than that, once you get to the end of the dungeon, there's 30 floors, there is a chance for mystery houses, and there's 5 deluxe boxes on the last floor. How about that? I'm gonna skip out on the Tiny Reviver Seed. Yeah, that about does it for Wyvern Hill, so let's move on to the next one. Also, I guess it'd be cool to check this out, because I completely forgot. Now there's a statue of Weavile too. Weavile will supposedly quickly attack anything with its sharp claws. Would be cool to meet one someday. Now, Weavile's kind of the weird one out of all the statues you get because it evolves from a Pokemon that was already in the game, obviously with Sneasel. So I don't know if you're actually able to like just evolve a Sneasel. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if Sneasels are available. So yeah, Weavile showing up in the wild isn't that weird since you have Sneasel already. So just something I wanted to point out. Is the unknown relic. Wow, that took a while. I was wondering if it had actually crashed. You can probably guess what the gimmick for this area is. The only wild Pokemon, and of course the first thing we see is a Breloom, the only wild Pokemon that's not fainted is, we'll never find one, don't worry about it, is unknown. I actually wanted to recruit a few here, so I'm gonna go ahead and equip the friend bow myself. I guess I can just swap to Persian whenever I want to use it, huh? Unknown work like you'd expect Unknown to work. They're a psychic type Pokemon. They only learn one move and it's Hidden Power. Hidden Power can be a random type depending on the Pokemon that's using it. and that's about it. That's the only move they learned, so it's not super interesting. Also, wow, that was a mission. I thought that was a fainted Pokemon. My bad. That's about it. You unlock this area whenever you buy either Aged Chamber A through N or O through question mark. That's it. It's just an entire dungeon full of unknown. Also, I want to say the only way that you can get the exclamation point and question mark unknown are through finding them as fainted Pokemon. I'm gonna adventure just a little longer because I want to recruit just a few unknown. It doesn't matter how many, because there is enough room in the friend camps to recruit one of each. So if you want to do that, go nuts. I'm just gonna mess around on this floor a little bit. Hey, there we go. This is Q. It goes through O through question mark, so it matches. Level 37, forge a path. I will take it. Sweet. With that, let's move on to the next dungeon. Next up is the Far Off Sea. This is unlocked after you buy the Serene Sea Friend area, and of course it unlocks after you beat the final dungeon of the game, being Sky Pillar or Sky Tower. Sky Pillar is Rescue Team Explorers of Sky, not Rescue Team, Explorers of Sky, Time, and Darkness. I keep getting those mixed up. This is kind of a very generic water type dungeon, although it is special in the fact that it is 75 floors, and it's the only completely optional dungeon that's not like important in any way to be this long. So I don't know what's up with that. That's how it is. Although it is kind of interesting in the original games, because in Red and Blue Rescue Team there are 2 TMs that are not in this game. In fact, they haven't shown up in, I want to say this might be the only Mystery Dungeon game that the moves haven't showed up in. These TMs are for Wide Slash and Vacuum Cut. These moves are completely typeless, and Wide Slash, as you can imagine, hits the 3 spots in front of you, while Vacuum Cut, I believe, affects the entire room. And they're able to be learned by a lot of Pokemon, so if you're playing the original game, these moves are absolutely worth going for. Otherwise, some other differences are you do need the HM dive to get to this dungeon, which is the case for many, many dungeons in the post-game. So don't be surprised if that is like you're locked off from pretty much everything if you don't have a water type and a dive user, which was really a detriment to the original game. Gotta say, it's nice just being able to bring in whatever team you want into whatever dungeon you want. So that decision in the first place was a little odd. I have a ton of missions for this area, but obviously I don't want to go all the way down to the bottom of Far Off Sea. There's not really anything here. Like I said, it's a pretty dang generic water type dungeon, and since the post game is kind of full of them in the first place, it's not too interesting. If you do get to the end, there are a few rewards for you. 3 deluxe boxes, 2 life seeds, and, this is probably the most important, 1 of each of the power-up drinks for your moves. So if you want to grind those out, here's a 75 floor dungeon for you. Anyway, that ought to do it. Oh yeah, and there is a fainted Starmie. Ooh, I want that. There is a strong foe in this dungeon. Forgive me, for I have sinned and completely forgot it, so I'll put it on screen. But yeah, this is also one of those dungeons that doesn't have any like documentation of exact floors for Pokemon to spawn. So there's some work to be done for the Bulbapedia if you want to do it. Anyway, moving on to the next dungeon. Next up is Marvelous Sea. Hold on. Everyone's moves need to get turned off right now. If this is a shiny, it is mine. So I guess I won't go into talking about the strong foe of this dungeon, because it looks like we're about to find out. If you're playing the original games, this is one of those dungeons that is unlocked via an event Wonder Mail code, which I will put on screen now. However, in this game, it's just unlocked after beating Meteor Cave. That's pretty much what they did with all of the event dungeons of the original game. So yeah, that's one reason it's interesting. However, it is unfortunately yet another uninteresting. Oh, it's not shiny. Come on. Anyway, it's yet another uninteresting water type dungeon. I'm gonna go ahead and it has Swift Swim. So if I use Rain here, I think it gets 2 attacks on us per turn. However, it shouldn't know anything but okay, well now it's frozen. Of course you're gonna struggle. Nope, none of that. Okay, it's using Splash. I'm actually gonna direct my team to run away, because if I'm gonna get hold on, run away from enemy. Ugh. If I'm gonna get any strong foe, it's gonna be this goddamn Magikarp. This indeed means that you, if you so wish, can find a golden Magikarp. And I was really hoping that would be the case here. Oh! Do I have any empowerment seeds? I do not, but I have tiny reviver seeds, so hey, if there ever was a use, now is it. Gugh. Seemed like Hydro Pump did the most. Oh, will that knock out? It did. No recruit. Okay. Well, there's nothing too interesting about this dungeon. It's actually a little bit shorter than most of the other dungeons that you find in the post game, or that are completely optional. It's only 18 floors. If you get to the end, you get 5 evolution crystals and 2 deluxe boxes, so it's probably... I was gonna say it could be one of your first sources for evolution crystals, but no, because it's after Meteor Cave. Although I don't know what level the Pokemon are here, but they seem to be extremely high leveled, because wow, we are getting an... Oh, that was gravity. I thought someone just used Earthquake. We seem to be getting insane amounts of experience. But, okay, I guess I was wrong. It's not actually just a generic water type dungeon. There seems to be just a little bit of every type here. Hold on, I need to set your tactics back, because they're running away and they're just getting killed, because look at that, you're poisoned and confused. Let's go together again. I'm gonna have to swap them back off when I want to try and get another strong foe. You're dead. A Zubat just killed you, and I'm sorry, but you're staying dead. This is a pretty short dungeon. I don't know off the top of my head if I have any missions here, so I'm probably just going to use an escape orb to get out of here. There's a lot of cool Pokemon, so let me think. The list is really, really long, but note that you can have mystery houses here, and that is one of the ways that you can find a Munchlax for the recruiting. Level 60, no less. And this also means that the Pokemon that you find fainted on the floor are also going to be a much higher level. So they'll be like 62 to 64 most of the time. I'm actually getting my butt kicked here, by the way. Thought I'd mention that. It's not used to that for the post game. You waited a while to use that, sure. Like, there's a Pidgey. Buddy, I hate to break it to you, that's a level 60 Pidgey right there. That can survive my Ice Beam. So hey, if you're feeling too over-leveled, just come on down here. It doesn't seem like I'm holding the friend bow, right? I'm not recruiting any of them. Level 60. When I try to recruit the strong foe that I really am going for, I'm going to make sure that I bring Jirachi and Golbat, because they have Squat Up and Friendly, so that'll make this a lot easier. Yeah, that'll do it. There's a ton of Pokemon that appear here. I don't know why. It's really diverse, but that'll do it. Next up is the Grand Sea. Not too much special about this one. It is unlocked whenever you get the Serene Sea friend area, so it's actually one of the last ones that we personally unlocked. A few things of note. You can find... One thing of note, Quillfish is apparently a god. You can find... I really don't like this. Oh, I have all your moves turned off. I am really dumb. You can find Dragonite here. They're found on a few specific floors. I believe 10, 15, 20, and 25. So every group of 5 after you hit floor 10, basically. This is a 25 floor dungeon, by the way. Which makes me think that it doesn't spawn on floor 25. But I digress. There are a few items that appear on the last floor. It'll be 2 deluxe boxes, 1 calcium, 1 carbon, 1 carbos, 1 iron, 1 protein, and 1 zinc. So one of pretty much all of the stat increasing things. Nothing special here, really. There's a few interesting Pokemon you can find fainted, like Ambipom. The strong foe is Starmie, which is obviously an extremely powerful Pokemon if you are able to recruit it. I don't remember off the top of my head what color Starmie is, but it's probably green because that's the color of every other shiny. And apparently you can find Mantike. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting because Mantike is a Gen 4 Pokemon, obviously, and finding Gen 4 Pokemon in the wild is an event in and of itself. So, yeah, that's it. This is one of the less interesting dungeons, I'd say, so. Moving on. And this brings us to the last of these dungeons. Fantasy Strait. They really reward you with this one. There are just absolute tons of Pokemon that you can find here. Shedinja is here, so there are Pokemon that are able to Mega Evolve and awaken through it. Actually, I'm not sure if there's any Mega Evolving Pokemon. I think Heracross spawns here. The main draw, however, is the strong Pokemon, the strong foe of the dungeon, which is Altaria. I want a shiny Altaria. I'm telling you this right now. You can also find mystery houses here. And I believe they're all water-type Pokemon. You can find like Gyarados. Wailord's a pretty cool one. I don't think we've seen a Wailord yet, so it'd be kind of cool if we could see that model out in the wild. Although we might have seen it when we went through, oh, what is it? Stormy Sea? I think it might have actually spawned at the very end of that. Also Oddish, I guess, so who cares? I believe you can find a few of the starters as well. I know Chikorita for a fact spawns here. Salamence spawns here. A lot of, literally just the... This isn't good. Okay, gotta love pushing. See, that's one of the good things they added, is pushing actually does not make Pokemon warp with you when you accidentally take a step in the water. What level are these? I'm tempted to say that this is, yet again, another level 60 dungeon, because that's what a lot of these seem to be. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if that were the case. Yeah, I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper into this bad boy, because I want to find an Altaria, so I'll see you if I do. I don't have anything to... Oof. Hold on, do I? I have an all-dodge orb. Decoy, roll call. I do! I picked one up in the floor. Oh my god, this is so lucky. Yeah, I don't like this one bit. So here's how this is gonna go down. Sorry about it. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of an empowerment seed. I'm gonna bump the mic. You know how it goes. Also, I recruited this Magmar that has Squat Up, so if I come across an Altaria, I'm gonna be so set. Cool. Set up that rain. And now die. We're about to get a ridiculous amount of... Oh, this is so slow. It has to hit them one at a time because there's just so much going on. And hit him again! This is gonna be a ridiculous amount of experience. Is that the cap? Is that the cap of experience that you can get? Oh! Because no way it just added up to okay. No way it just added up to 4,000, right? Am I crazy? Wait, what did I drop? I thought I dropped my held items because it was like what looked like the X-ray specs and a friend bow. So I thought it was just my held items. Weird. Anyway, again, see you if we find Altaria. Alright, I'm deep enough in, I'm ready to call it quits. We did get quite a few Pokemon though. We got Quillfish, Magmar, Marill, Teddiursa. I think Quillfish and Magmar are the only ones we didn't, or Marill actually are the only ones we didn't have before. So there's that, but I might come by later to try and get this bad boy because it's such a cool Pokemon. It's a golden Altaria. What do you want to say? It's one of the only Pokemon that I actually grinded to get for the main series, because I'm not really much of a shiny hunter. I have a shiny Charizard and Altaria. They're my pride and joys though, so you know how it is. Anyway, that does it for all of the extra areas. If you didn't see any extra areas, that's because we did them in a previous video because I just decided to do them just off the bat. These are really just the ones I had no reason to go to before now, or they were just unlocked very, very recently. For instance, I believe Fantasy Strait was actually completed after Murky Cave, or Meteor Cave, I think it was. It's another one of those Wonder Mail event ones, so there you go. If you do get to the very end, there are 5 deluxe boxes, an accuracy drink, power drink, PP up drink, blizzard, fire blast, and thunder. So it's actually one of the best rewards you get for getting to the end of the dungeon, but still not too terribly worth it this late into the game, so whatever. With that, that's going to end off everything except for the last 2 dungeons. All we have left is first Joyous Tower, and next Purity Forest. I'll see you all then, and goodbye.